man, snowstorms can be such a hassle, but with the right tools and a good bud who knows what's up, digging out can be way quicker and easier than you think, right, Owen?
That is right.
Owen's here! Okay, Owen, I'm feeling good about this. I'm not gonna lie, I love the first snowstorm
right.
shovel, because it's like you're out with your neighbors, you're all in it together, it's a thing,
Yep.
but then the second and third, I'm like, never again.
That's when you don't want to see your neighbors.
No.
You're like avoiding eye contact, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be here. Yeah.
No, completely.
But if you have some handy tools, maybe that's the way to make friends and they'll be happy to see you when you step outside after a snowstorm.
See, I like this. Okay, we're starting off big.
We're gonna start off big. It's Canada. We're gonna start off big. So from Canadian Tire, we have the Cub Cadet snowblower. And obviously this is for folks who have more property to deal with. If you've got a big driveway, you got a lot of walkways, or maybe you got some neighbors that want to make friends and we'll get together and we'll all snow blow.
Yeah.
And actually, my in-laws on their street, that's what they did. Yeah. They all got together, bought one of these, and they just switch up who does the work.
That's such a good idea.
It's pretty civilized, honestly. And it works really well. So obviously what you're gonna get with this is something that really saves how hard it is on your body to do snow clearing. And so the new technology, this is IntelliPower technology. And so what that does is it basically controls the engine speed. So if you're dealing with really heavy snow, it automatically revs it up. If it's lighter snow, it runs leaner, so it saves on fuel, saves on emissions, which is a big plus. They also have electric start, so you're not like doing one of these. It's self-driving. So if you have a lot to work with, this is gonna be the way to go. It'll make your life easier and you'll be happy to roll it out after a snowstorm.
This is a good thing, showing off.
That's
I love this, that's fantastic. All right, what are we moving on to next? Maybe we don't need the big giant. That's
right. So this is actually a snow and ice melter that you're gonna lay down on your steps, on your walkway, and it plugs in, it's electric. So you're gonna pay attention to the forecast, which we're doing anyway.
Right on.
And then you're gonna plug this in before it snows. Okay. And then you're gonna wake up and the snow's already melted. You don't even have to.
So, look at it.
Yeah, we've got a photo. So imagine this going on, even on your roof. Yeah. So in places where the snow on the roof can be a big issue, plug it in, melts the snow. So if you're an older person, that shoveling is not really gonna be an easy thing, or maybe a person with a disability, it also has handy rubber grippiness to it.
It's really nice and grippy.
Exactly. So it's gonna help with the slipping regardless of the conditions, and it would be nice to wake up and have it already melted.
Honestly, what it's
That's the dream.
now we're moving to cars.
Now cars. I got ahead of myself.
This is the thing. You're telling me that I can say goodbye to scraping the windshield, because I hate scraping my windshield.
So if you'll give me a hand, we can show this. So this is a cover that goes over top of your car. And if you, there's the other side.
There we go, okay.
And so what you do is you lay this on top of the car. These little ears go over top of the side mirrors. And so when it snows on top of this. And then all we do is we just fold it all up.
You left it up. And you were good to go.
And the windshield has nothing on it.
Oh, I like this. I also really like this because it makes your car look like Shrek.
It's like a costume for your car,
exactly.
you know? So it looks fun. And it also works as a sun visor in the summer.
Oh, fantastic.
So if you wanted to do that, that's another nice plus.
That's great. Now, what if we do maybe have to scrape to
deal
get
with
the ice?
We're gonna make that a little bit easier. So from Amazon, this is a heated ice scraper, and we actually have a little video of what this looks like. So it plugs into your 12-volt, we used to call it a cigarette lighter in the car, plugs into the 12-volt, and it has a heating element on it. So as you as you push it along, it melts the snow. So you don't have to like lean into it like you would, with an old-fashioned one. Also has a little light, so if you're out in the dark, you got a little flashlight going.
First thing in the morning.
So those days where if you ever have to deal with freezing rain, which is like a nightmare getting it off the car, this is gonna make things a lot easier.
Fantastic. Now, one thing I'm very excited about, we went from the world's like a large snowblower to apparently this is also a snowblower.
Believe it or not. So what it is really is a tiny air compressor. And so this is a little bit like a leaf blower, but just the absolutely tiniest version that's plug-in rechargeable. You fire it up.
Oh yeah, that's a thrill.
It's like surprisingly powerful. And you can see, like, it'll blow light snow off a car, no problem. And so if you're in a situation where maybe you kind of went out shopping and you parked your car and then you had some snowfall, but it's not heavy, wet mess, in about 2 seconds, you can kind of blow that all off the windshield without having to get out the brush, without having to do all the things. So it's honestly, it's a good cheat. It is a good little cheat to get things off. I mean, it's not gonna work with wet snow, but light snow, Job's easy, rechargeable, and you can put that in the glove box. It takes up no space. Really, really handy. Also from Amazon.
Fantastic. All right, now next up we're moving on to the world of shovels, but these are not your average everyday shovel we're talking about
They are
first.
not. They don't look like shovels at all,
No.
but these are cordless snow shovels. So this one's from Mastercraft. The way these work is kind of like a broom, kind of like a shovel. So I'm gonna actually fire this up. So what it does is it has a little auger that throws the snow forward as you kind of push it along. And believe it or not, this is surprisingly powerful, will work even for wet snow. And where I really like these are if you had a small property, like if you had a townhouse or a condo, you have a little front porch, maybe a little driveway, this is way overkill.
Yes.
This is great. And the nice thing about this is the storage is really easy. They're very lightweight.
Yeah.
We also have this one from Snow Joe from Amazon. Little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful, but along the same lines.
Yeah.
And also these are awesome if you had a deck that you're working with, a wooden surface, because it's not gonna scratch, it's not gonna scrape it up. You're just pushing this thing along, it throws the snow in front of you. And so for small properties, these work really great. And the batteries are interchangeable with other power tools as well. And I love these because you can just hang them up on the wall.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up a whole bunch of space, and they're really easy to use. So I love these for smaller properties for sure.
Right on. All right, now maybe, yes, there's all the tech. I love all this stuff. What if we're in the market for just like kind of a classic shovel, maybe a bit of an upgrade?
And the upgrade on the classic, that's exactly it. So from Yardworks, we have an ergonomic shovel. And so what you're gonna find with any ergonomic thing is it's got this bend in the shaft. And what that means is you don't have to bend over as far to get the leverage that you want on it. It allows you to stand up straighter. And for the most part, you don't wanna be lifting really ever when we're shoveling snow. You wanna be pushing. And so this allows you to do that same thing and still have good leverage, but you don't have to bend over as far.
Yeah.
It's just easier on your back.
Easier on your back. I love that.
So these tools are super, super handy, and it's worth a little bit of an upgrade. You pay a little bit more, totally worth it.
Yes.
Back pain, not fun.
Not fun, not a fun thing at all. Now this looks like a sled.
And it is. We call this a sleigh shovel. So also from Yardworks. The idea with this is that if you had a lot of snow to clear, especially heavy snow, you haven't got the snowblower, this is kind of like the manual version of it. It allows you to clear about a 2-foot wide path, and you're pushing the snow into a pile, and then you're kind of lifting it up. This is a lot easier on your back than just about any version of shoveling, and it's just physically bigger. You can push more snow, and you have good leverage, so a safe way to clear a large area without having to do a lot of bending over.
You could also put your groceries in it and drag it behind you and bring them home.
Listen, get creative.
I was going to say, get creative. You
with
got
your
it all.
tools, right?
All right, now this little number, real quick, what is this going on?
This is a wheeled snow shovel, so it's a kind of a similar idea to the sleigh, but what I like about this is that it's adjustable. So you can adjust the angle on the blade, so you could use it like a snowplow on the road where they're on an angle and they push the snow to the side, which is really, really handy. And also the handle angle is adjustable. So if you're a taller person, you can make it so that you don't have to bend over as far. You're a little shorter, you can change the angle. So it's adjustable. If you got a nice flat area that you're working with, like a driveway, this is a really cool tool that'll allow you to push the snow to the side instead of always pushing it forward.
Fantastic. Manual plow. We got it all. Great job. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.